Welcome back, everybody. Future Him Now here, back at it again. We're going to be playing some Mordekaiser, hopefully. Get our runes kind of going here. Still sticking to our classic Olaf band for now. Olaf is, in my recommendation, the best ban for Mordekaiser right now. But for whatever reason, if you don't want to ban Olaf, like for example, maybe you're going to be last pick, and you know that the enemy didn't. If you're going to be like last pick for your team, Olaf has a low pick rate chance, and usually you ban Olaf because it's like a classic counter pick that's being brought out right now, and he just easily shuts down Mordekaiser, and he just heavily punishes the enemy. I mean, your team, if you know they're going to be on the enemy team. Regardless, for whatever reason, if you don't want to ban Olaf, Gangplank is a super good ban as well. He's been a lot more popular recently, and especially with people that are less familiar on how to play Mordekaiser, he's very punishing because he has that early game aggression and just constantly poking at you and whittling you down. If you don't know how to play around that, or if you don't have the patience to do so, then that might be worth doing a ban as well, because I believe he has ability. I don't know if it's his W or it is E, but it's called Oranges, and that basically just shuts your ult off whenever he pops it. I think it's not as difficult to play into a Gangplank though. For example, if you poke him down enough, he'll use that Orange's ability, I think, to get some heals off to kind of sustain, and then that's your opportunity to go in with your ultimate, because it has a relatively long cooldown in that if you ult him right after it, he's not going to be able to use it again to cleanse your ult away. So there's ways around it. Also, if you can stick on top of him fairly well, he's not super squishy. He does have more health than other champions, others like classic squishy champions, but he's squishy enough that you can put him down relatively easy as long as you can get on top of him. Looks like we're going to be playing against the Tahm Kench. He's tanky, but a lot of people underestimate Tahm Kench's early game aggression. You definitely want to respect it the first few levels. If you've watched the last few videos, you're probably seeing a theme here. Mordekaiser is very weak early game. There's very few champions that you can just stand toe to toe without fear within the first few levels. He's very ultimate reliant. That's where a lot of his power comes in. Tahm Kench though is especially gnarly for the first few levels. As soon as you get ult, you can start challenging him, but even if you mess up, if he's kiting around your abilities, dodging him, you miss your Q, your E, it's better to pull off and leave than trying to stay in the fight. He's a slippery one. He can be. With that tunnel ability he has to go underneath you and then cut your path off. So you want to be very careful. Let's see. We're just gonna go Doran Shield this game. We don't really expect to ever kill him, except for maybe when we have our ultimate and the jungle's in the area, or if he's pushed way too far up and we get some pre-poke on him, then maybe we can put it away. But we're gonna go with Doran Shield just for the extra sustain. Oh boy. doing some early bullying. He's gotten those corruption pots, so it makes me think that he's planning on playing rather aggressive this game, especially with that cheesiness he did right there. We're gonna kind of scoot on by and drop a ward, but we're not gonna stick around. Then walk back. He does have ghosts. That's something we got to remember. Keep in the back of our mind. A lot of high damage, burst damage going on their team. Kayn does have the runes for red Kayn. So, and I'm thinking that's what he's planning on doing. If that is the case, we're gonna have to take a demonic embrace route and try to be able to be the one to push them down. Although it looks like we got good team like CC to keep them locked down with that Malzahar ult and that Warwick ultimate. So he's got to be careful when challenging us as a team. So when you're fighting Tahm Kench like this, you want to play around your minions because his abilities, his little tongue lash that, you know, is where the majority of his damage comes through if he like stacks up that passive of his. It doesn't go through minions, so you're constantly just trying to weave in and out of your minions, so he can't land that on you. I believe it has a slow to it also, which makes it really difficult for you to walk away from, and he just gets extra hits in. Alright, we're getting close to that mark where Kayn should be hovering around top side right now. We're gonna just let this fall back into a tower just for safety's sake. Kind of let the lane freeze here. They are probably getting that scuttle right now. I see Warwick going down. Oh, Warwick, no. We're gonna have to go down to try to be there just in case he needs the support. Looks like he gets out fine. We're gonna come back to this. Get this straggler farm and XP that we can get. Unfortunately, our froze broke there, but because we had to leave just for the sake of being there in case Warwick needed our backup. Alright, unfortunately hit a little too much, so now it's pushing to him, so let's see if he'll like revert it back. It's really hard to freeze a lane with Mordekaiser since your ability to do splash and will splash on the minions as you're trying to poke. It's something you have to be aware of. We're just gonna go ahead. We got a level on him. I'm sure Kayn's not in the area anymore. His corruption pots, he only has one left, I think, if any. We're just hoping to... We're just kind of playing it slow. We got enough gold in the bank that we can like push this in and get a reset. So that's probably what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, this next wave is under his tower. We do have ult, he does not, so if he really wants to challenge us, this isn't a good area for it, but we should at least survive. We're gonna pull off. Oh, crud. I accidentally canceled out my back. It did a click. Just get what you can. I like to get the AP items first. I don't expect to die or, you know, get close enough that I need the ruby crystal. But I like the AP because it helps with farming and being able to secure that straggler CS that sometimes escapes from you. Let's see. We're going to be looking to get a pick on him if he stays in lane, but it looks like he's teleporting. Since he left lane, we're going to be pushing this in and trying to get some plate gold. An unfortunate place for that to go, to freeze up. Oh, mistimed that. His attack speed's just so slow. Sometimes you gotta hesitate on your attacks to be able to nab that cannon. But we were also racing against the clock to get up to that tower to get the place that we can before Tahm Kench gets back. We have a level on him. He's gonna be mean with these shenanigans. Jeez, that lasts a long time. We have ult, we have ghost. Our E's coming up. That's what we're trying to bait out. And there we go. Just like that. You gotta remain calm, even if it looks a little worrisome. Constantly be looking down at your abilities to be seeing when that E comes back up in your Q. Your Q comes back relatively fast, but your W takes 12 seconds and your E takes, when it starts out, I think it's 18 seconds. It used to be 21. It might still be 21. Nope, 18 seconds. But those are the abilities you want to play around. We're not going to get this wave because we want the wave to crash back into mid for when we get back. Because I don't expect Tahm Kench to be pushing. Oh, looks like he was though. I'm getting armor boots because the Ashe and the Kane here seem to be leading the board, and they're both AD. The Katarina doesn't scare me too much. If she does pop off, I might throw a little bit of AP or some MR into my build, but we'll have to play that by ear. Kind of just put this off of our tower a little bit. I'm assuming they're on Rift. He was just getting the scuttle. Okay, that's a 2v3. If we get there. Doesn't look like it's happening, so we just go back to lane. I don't really want to stick around in this lane too much. That's what we... No, that's not the one we want. We're gonna go ahead and ult him, kind of because he's forcing us to. That's not who we wanted. We were looking for a window to go explore and try to put down that Kane with that bounty. Oh, there he is in mid. With piking around, we definitely just want to be in the area. Oh, gotta go down. Kind of escaped our E there, so we didn't even get the assist on that, unfortunately. They can handle that on their own. We're okay with that Tahm Kench kill that we got earlier, though. Even though he wasn't our priority target. Kind of, if he wants us to poke him, we'll poke him. We are not scared of him. Although you still respect him though, because he can throw you back under the tower. Looks like we're getting warning pings. I don't expect Kane to be back that quickly, but could be getting there. We can get item now. So we'll try to rush back to lane as quickly as we can. I know Boots is coming up in relatively quickly, but I didn't want it looks like he was trying to push and I didn't want him to crash in the tower, but it also looks like now, nope, he's still pushing. Kane went red Kane. So we'll just get this, maybe trim it down. Just freeze it for now. If Tahm Kench shows up somewhere else on the map though, we're definitely going to be pushing this in. Oh, drat. Missed the cannon. Too early on my attack swing there. Okay, Tahm Kench showed up on the map down there, it looks like. So we're just going to go ahead and get this tower. I used his TP. Regardless, we're gonna just push it in anyway. Missed RE on him. He just kind of kept walking. As you're poking, always try to, if you can, try to land a Q on him without a minion being in your path, because then you can get 50% extra damage on him. If we get 2v1, I believe we're strong enough to come out victorious, but I'm a little nervous if it's the Kane though. Because Kane, the way Kane's building, he's going to be hard to put down. Especially since he likes to use his ultimate inside of your ultimate. It nullifies a lot of the time that comes along with your ult. Oh, Katarina might be giving us a window though. Oh, but we missed our Q. We got our W. Oh, the knockup was too much though. Too much CC. But our W was ready there to pop. If we land that first Q on Katarina in there, we'd probably survive with just enough health coming out that we survive that CC, get that W off. Maybe use our E to throw him back away from us as we use our Ghost to jet back to our tower. But we traded out. Unfortunately, that means we did give him a bounty, so it wasn't really worth. But it wasn't the worst that it could have been. I'm gonna just try to push to get this tower down. Delay a little bit so we can get that cannon in. We have ult up in 3 seconds. We should be fine. Oh! Let's see what's gonna happen here. Maybe we try to just go for the cane? No. Well, we got Ghost, though. So we can Ghost as it's coming out. Hop the wall here. Get our E coming back up. Our W is ready too. They did a good job of kind of like body blocking, like maneuvering me, trying to corral me. As you saw, I was trying to escape through that little tri-bush, and the Tahm Kench was ready for when I came out of my ultimate to block my path there. But it is hard to make a Mordekaiser sit down because he is kind of tanky, especially when you go a build with this with Ghost and you use your E to pull them around you rather than pull them to you. Maneuver them to where you want them to be. Alright, Malzahar might need some help. Quick ping that we're on the way. I know we kind of just pulled them to him. Oh, our W didn't go off. I clicked it. I looked down. I saw it was up. I did click it. It just didn't go off. I'm not sure what stopped me there, because it was like a good half second, full second before I died. But I'm not sure that would have saved us anyway, because this Pikar will cut through your shield. It's basically dependent upon how much health you have remaining, not health plus your shield count. It doesn't take in regard how how big your shield is. So, that's just something to be aware of. You might, when there's somebody that has an executable ability, some kind of execute, it's good to pop that shield early, above whatever you think your execution threshold is. Ooh, this is a soul dragon. Alright, well, we've kind of already committed. Or the next dragon, soul dragon. Unfortunate. We're just gonna go under it. Oh, no, we're not. Build this wave up a little bit. Oh. Scare him away. Gets to the tower. Alright, now we need to probably get to safety because I don't know where this cane is. Or the pike. Just grab whoever we can. Kind of biffed his ult there. We do still have Ghost. Oh. She got Ignite on us. That's unfortunate. I don't know if she flashed first. It looked like she might have flashed. We got the Pikar. We did get that tower. By a pink. Alright, I think we're gonna have to start bounty hunting, getting some of these bounties. And it looks like if we want to win this game, we can't just be mindlessly shoving top lane like we have been. Because A, Tahm Kench is gonna just teleport back to stop us, and B, it doesn't look like our team is surviving well without us. They might need us to be frontlining and taking care of some of the people. So, just clear up that lane a little bit, and then we'll head to mid. Kind of just stick around the teammates. Warwick seems to be the only other one that's doing a decent job of staying positive. Alright, we'll clear that ward we saw him just put. And just go the long way around because our team isn't there to follow up on us yet. We need to decide who we're gonna get. Kayn is a hard one to do because he nullifies our ult. Unless we see him ult early, where I think we're gonna go with the Ashe. We died, but we traded out. We got our bounty off, and that takes care of the AD that poke AD. That's I don't like that ult mouse. He's so big that he just escapes once it's over, once the CC's done. Most of the damage is AD. Probably gonna go to Randuin's. We'll have to go. Oh, so Ezreal AFK'd for a while now, it looks like. So this might be a dud game. I guess that's all she wrote. Unfortunate. Because I don't think we were that behind that we couldn't turn that around. We'll give it to the Warwick. We got a loss mitigation, so that's nice. Did we play the best? We did well into Tahm Kench in a dueling aspect. Macro-wise, we probably should have been more conscientious of when they were gonna plow us on top with the multi-person gank. Kayn and Tahm tried it once on their own, and then there was another time where there was like 3 or 4 people. Maybe we should have grouped up earlier, but hopefully you guys learned some mechanics and how to deal with Tahm Kench and you know, how to interpret the abilities that he's gonna fling at you, and you know, the limits that you can push Mordekaiser to survive that lane and hopefully win it for your own game. So I hope that you guys have a good one, and I appreciate your views. Thanks, guys.